and welcome back to the Help We're Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, and today I'm joined by three nerds of the round table, as this one's kind of special. Do you want to introduce yourself, guys?
Hiya, I'm Kerry.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Katie.
Okay, so today we're going to be doing unpopular opinions and debating them and seeing if we can get a rise out of the other nerds of the round table. Who wants to go first?
Guess I'll go first. So, I know you said about getting a rise out of people, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me here, Ethan, but to be honest, this isn't about getting a rise out of you. It's my God's honest opinion. Star Wars is massively overrated. There, I said it.
I agree.
I agree.
Really? Everyone agrees with me? Oh my God. I
Well,
wasn't
I
expecting
obviously don't, but...
Oh, God, hear that voice.
I mean, it's very clear that I don't. If you've caught a stream or anything like that, my dog is called Obi-Wan. I have the lightsaber in the background and stuff like that. I have a stormtrooper in my back garden. So
You do?
Episodes 4, 5, and 6, or the original trilogy.
No,
I'll
can we actually call them what they are? The original 1, 2, and 3?
I just said
Yeah.
the original
I'll let you
trilogy.
off then. Sorry, I'll let you off.
Okay, yeah, right. I'll grant you with those. Good movies, great for watching on a Sunday afternoon after you've had your dinner. You know,
I am your father.
cozy. 1, 2, and 3, I find them quite nostalgic, and I'm always up for a movie with Ewan McGregor in it. Just gonna put that out there. I am. Are they great films? No.
No.
Can I watch them? Yeah, I can. 7, 8,
I
and
can't.
9. Bin 'em.
I didn't even know there were a 7, 8, and 9.
Didn't you come to the cinema to watch Force Awakens with us?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a 7, 8, and 9, but I wouldn't bother watching them if I were you.
Well, I ain't really bothered with 4, 5, and 6.
What
1,
about
2,
the
and
TV
3, or
show
whatever they
Star
are.
Wars?
No. No. I think I grew up with my brother who loved it, and I think that kind of put me off. But I do like the first ones, like, as I know them, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. I know that now it's called A New Hope or something.
Yeah.
You kind of got the wrong order, but yeah, it's A New Hope, Empire, and then Return of the Jedi.
All right, you see, that's how interested I am in Star Wars.
And I will grant you that the original trilogy are the better of all 9 films.
Yeah.
The sequels, 8 and 9, I agree, you can take them or leave them. 7 had potential. 7 had potential, and then they squandered it with the last 2 films.
I don't think Rey, personally, as a protagonist for 7, 8, and 9, is interesting in the slightest. I think the more interesting angle would have been to follow Finn as a stormtrooper that didn't want to be a stormtrooper. That's the more interesting movie. But would I have made it a Star Wars 7, 8, and 9? No, I think it should have been a spin-off movie, like Rogue One. I loved Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was great. I went to see it in the cinema twice.
Yeah, the first time we was with Dad, and it was the same day Carrie Fisher died.
Yeah, I know. It was really sad.
Do you know what? I think I might have come actually to see that first. Is that the one where Harrison Ford came back?
Yeah,
and he dies.
Oh, I
in the
did. I
film.
watched that one, yeah. I did watch that one.
That
But
one
only
had
because Harrison Ford came back.
that film had potential. They squandered it with the storyline that they told, and I'm probably going to get flamed online for this because I know a lot of people don't like it. They did turn around and give Rey far too much power out of the gate. Yeah, Anakin had far too much power out of the gate, but that was explained in the first episode that we got with him being a chosen one. Qui-Gon explains that like straight away. We don't get that explanation for why Rey's so powerful until like the 3rd film, and it's just because her grandfather was Palpatine.
I think Rey's storyline would have been much better if she was just a nobody.
Exactly.
To have proven that you don't need to be a Skywalker or a Palpatine or whatever. It's just that some people are more Force sensitive than others. I think it would have made more sense in universe to basically be like, there is some people that are just more adept with the Force.
And they should have
In other
gone
words.
with what they hinted at in Force Awakens and carried on hinting at but never developed with Finn being Force sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
which was why he was able to break the brainwashing, unlike other stormtroopers within the First Order.
Yeah, and I think that's a much more interesting storyline. And I'm sorry, but it will never not wind me up. Is it not that I'm planning over kind of... I guess at some point I'll have to watch 1 to 9 again. But it's one of those things where it will never not wind me up, where at the end when they ask Rey, who are you? And she's like...
Yeah, I think Little Nerd also gets wound up by this.
Yeah, sorry. Where she's like, and they say, who are you? And she's like, I'm Rey Skywalker. No, bitch, you're not. And then they've got like Luke and Leia just nodding at her.
Leia?
Yeah, they have Force Ghost versions of them, allowing her to take the name. It's supposed to be a found family moment, but nobody liked it.
Right.
It doesn't land. And the weird relationship between Rey and Kylo, what was that? Like, come on.
They made them
Like-
brother and sister, but then gave them the Luke and Leia kiss. Like, they gave them a brother and sister dynamic, not actually brother and sister biologically. But then gave them the Luke and Leia kiss before Kylo dies.
Right.
Again, there was an interesting thing there with the whole,
Force
the
Skype.
Knights.
Oh, the Knights of Ren. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, the Knights
I
of
thought
Ren.
they were
Well,
going
you-
with the Force Skype that they could apparently do.
Yeah, as in that was weird in of itself, but I was thinking more Knights of Ren. So you've got like and then obviously Poe with the backstory, the side plot, there. That's interesting too. But the thing is, they had all these interesting little nuggets, and they decided not to use any of them.
It's because they had J.J. Abrams do the first film. He farmed it out to somebody else who didn't stick to the script that he laid out for him. And then J.J. Abrams had to come back in and fix it. So basically, none of it makes sense.
Because they rushed it
Yeah.
and they fumbled it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But basically, back to my overall point, right? As a whole, I think the 7, 8, and 9, and to some extent 1, 2, and 3, let down the whole franchise. And so Star Wars as a whole, I do think, is overrated. And people are swearing down. And I know when they're talking about the Star Wars are the greatest movies that have ever happened, you're talking primarily about 4, 5, and 6. But for me, as the franchise, there's 9 movies and only 3 to me stand up. So,
Yeah.
no.
See, for me, like I said, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I have my issues with the prequels, but the third one is my favorite prequels movie. The Fall of Anakin Skywalker and the Rise of Darth Vader. I think that is the best prequels movie we got. It's the best acted and written.
See, sorry, Ethan, I'll continue letting you talk, but I do have a point.
The only issue that I have with that film specifically is how they decided to sideline Padme by making her barefoot and pregnant.
Yeah.
Literally, like that's not even a thing. There is an entire every scene she's seen and she's barefoot and pregnant.
I should back up.
Because you only ever see her in her apartment in a nightie.
All right.
They're trying basically in order to shift the focus onto Anakin. They kind of tried to sideline her, and obviously she had to be pregnant with Luke and Leia in that film for the rest of them to make sense. So they kind of was like, "Here's a pregnant lady," and then to the side.
But she was so badass in Episode 2 or Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, and if you watch Clone Wars,
she's even more badass than that, and that is why I love the Star Wars. To be honest, if I'm going to argue anything about this, the animated universe is better than the movies.
Yeah, I've never watched that either.
Me either.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, and all the animated stuff that we've got with like Tales from the Jedi and Tales from the Sith and Tales from the Empire, they are far better than anything we got in like the prequels and the sequels. They don't come close to the nostalgia that is the original trilogy, but that is because of nostalgia. I do think that they have got a much better written story arc than anything we got in any of those.
Do you think that's because it's animated though and they can do more?
I think it's because Dave Filoni and those behind it understood the exact vision of Star Wars and how
Right.
to tell the story properly. They gave us bangers like the Mortis arc, which delved more into why Anakin was the chosen one. Like, showed us actual Force gods and showed that Anakin was the only one that could control them.
Right.
But he turned his back on it because of his love for Padme, showing the first sign of the fact that his attachment was too strong, more stronger than his duty, which would ultimately lead him to falling to the dark side.
Right.
Because it is Anakin's attachment that leads him down the path to becoming Darth Vader.
Right.
So, I also think they had the benefit of also already knowing that Palpatine was the Emperor, so they were able to drop crumbs in the show that Palpatine was an evil asshole. For fans that didn't quite know that, because they were watching the prequels before the original trilogy in the show, so they could be like, I don't really trust this Palpatine guy. Why does Anakin?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's a different way of watching them as well for like the younger generation.
Yeah.
Because like my generation had already seen the end. Like, well, obviously not the ending because they brought some more films out, but what was the ending?
If I was going to bring a new fan into Star Wars, I would have them watch the first film of the original trilogy, the first two films, sorry, of the original trilogy, and then watch episode 3 of the prequels, so that they can get the reveal that Darth Vader is Luke's father, and then watch Anakin's fall to the dark side, so that when they get to Return of the Jedi, they can be like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, they've actually seen, like, we get the reveal, Luke is Darth Vader's son, but then they get to see how it happened before we get to the fall of the Empire. I wouldn't show them the first two of the prequels because I don't think they hold up. And that's my opinion. And that's my opinion as a big Star Wars fan. I think the only one of the prequels that holds up is the third film.
Right.
And while I disagree Star Wars being overrated, mainly, and like Ashley said, the original trilogy, I definitely wouldn't show the sequels because I don't think they add anything to the story.
Right, yeah.
If I was going to show anything, I would just show the Mandalorian TV series.
Right.
I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, though, I think that holds up. That was going to be my point about episode 3 to 4. I think that bridges the gap nicely.
Yeah, I'd show episode 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rogue One, and the Clone Wars TV series as well as Star Wars Rebels. Episode 1 and 2, or Phantom Menace and Clone Wars. Phantom Menace, there's only really good part of Phantom Menace is the end, Duel of Fate, where Darth Maul kills Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
And
Legendary.
that's a legendary fight. It's awesome. But it's the only real good part of that film. The rest of it's all politics. And Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar.
But yeah, so that's where I am on Star Wars. Most of it is good, but there are still fallbacks like the sequels and the first two of the original trilogy, of the prequels. Sorry, flustered over my words there, because I think the writing wasn't done well enough in the first two of the prequels.
Right, yes.
I mean, it's been memed online so much that you've probably heard it even if you haven't seen it. But one of Anakin's flirting tactics with Padme that apparently worked was telling her that he doesn't like sand because it's coarse and rough and irritating. Now, in context, what he's trying to do is say he doesn't like sand because it's coarse, rough, and irritating, unlike her, which is smooth and soft. But that's not how the line's delivered. It's corny and ridiculous.
Right.
No hate to Hayden Christensen. I think he got enough hate for his part in the prequels, and I don't abide by that. That's not fair. I think that's George's writing, because George Lucas had unchecked writing control over the prequels.
Right.
Like, nobody else was in charge of the prequels, only George Lucas. And when you look at the original trilogy, George Lucas might have been a producer on every single one, but other people had input on episode 1, 2, 3, or 4,
Right.
5, and 6 as it is in the modern era. So, whereas not for the prequels, and when you get to the sequels, J.J. Abrams did lay out what he wanted, but the guy that did the middle film went away and did his own thing, which messed up everything. So JJ had to come back and like rewrite it to make it make sense. But in doing so, he overcorrected, and now it doesn't make sense.
Right.
So I think the beginning of the prequels and the sequels are just too hot of a mess to recommend, in my opinion. If you like them,
Yeah.
you like them. But in my opinion, they're a bit of a hot mess. So I do get where Ashley's coming from.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I will watch Star Wars every May the 4th. And I will start at
Yes, I
episode
know you
1.
do.
And I will start at episode 1 and subject myself to films that I'm not particularly like my favourite because it's Star Wars.
Yeah. I know.
And it gets harder and harder every time they bring up something new, because then it's not just May the 4th, it's May the 5th and May the
Yeah.
6th. And then you have to throw in May the 7th just so you have enough time to watch it all. So, shall we move on to another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
I think there should only be one Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It shouldn't have a sequel.
So you think that there should only be one Pirates of the Caribbean film? You don't think that they should have made
Yeah.
multiple? Yeah. See, I don't agree with you on that,
I don't agree with you on that either.
because I think them films are bloody brilliant, and they're all different.
Can
They've
I
all
ask
got, like-
why? Why do you think there should only be one Pirates of the Caribbean film?
Because the Black Pearl says more of what's happening. The rest are just a little bit boring.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I
No,
like Dead Man Trust Me.
No, I don't. I could agree
I'm
with
well
you if
done.
you would. I could have agreed with you if you would have turned around and said it should have stopped as a trilogy.
Yeah.
But just stopping at the Black Pearl, no. For me, it should have ended when Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann stepped off the boat. But like,
That's what I was just about to say, Ethan. I agree. I'm with you on that. I think once Will Turner's and Elizabeth Swann's story were over, then Pirates of the Caribbean should have been over. But then again, Johnny Depp as Captain Jack.
oh, Johnny Depp as Captain Jack is legendary. But like,
I don't care how shit film is. I'll watch it just for him.
oh, I agree. Like, Johnny Depp as Captain Jack is a legend.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll 100% watch him play Johnny Depp, play Captain Jack Sparrow all the time.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
not-
Well, I
I'm-
love Johnny Depp, to be fair. I think he's an amazing actor. I think he brings all characters to life, whoever he's playing.
In Dark Shadows.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's in Dark Shadows, yeah. He's in an awful lot of films, Kato.
Yeah, a very, 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 very extensive repertoire as an actor.
Yeah.
He's Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, it's Grimold in the second.
Fantastic Beasts,
Thank you.
which let's
He
not
should
get
have been
into.
in the third as well, but we'll not get into that.
Yeah, I was about to say let's not get into that.
Yeah,
Wasn't he in Rock of Ages at some point?
no.
No. But he's been in loads of films.
Yeah, absolutely loads.
The
He was in
fil-
Freddy Krueger.
the last film that we
Not doing that.
the last film we reacted to, Corpse Bride, he's the voice actor for Victor in that.
Yeah. I think one of
Basically,
his earliest films was Nightmare on Elm Street.
basically, if it has the name Tim Burton and stars Helena Bonham Carter, it's got Johnny Depp in it.
Yeah, most of the time.
So he's in Nightmare Before Christmas done.
No.
Not every
No,
Tim
you
Who's
Burton.
in
didn't.
Tim Burton?
I said if it has Tim Burton and has Helena Bonham Carter in it. Like if those those three together tend to always do projects. If Helena Bonham Carter is in a Tim Burton project, you'll usually find Johnny Depp in the same project.
Yeah,
Not always, but it's a safe bet.
it is.
He was Edward Scissorhands, wasn't he?
It was Edward Scissorhands, yeah.
That's an early role for Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Well, I've said it 3 times, but you've not heard me. I think his earliest role was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
It is. That's his very first film.
Yeah.
And then the next big one he was in, it was Crybaby, the prison musical. And
Yeah.
then I think it was Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts then? Ash, Katie says Pirates of the Caribbean should have stopped at the Black Pearl.
Should just be one movie.
Well, I've been silent because I had to really think about my response here. Yeah, this is the round table. We're all supposed to be coming here with respect and the idea of the round so that we're all being equal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolute bollocks.
Now.
The Pirates of the Caribbean movies are like they're my comfort movies. Well, they're my second favorite set of comfort movies. I think they're a masterpiece.
Yeah, I do.
Not just Johnny Depp, but Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. That those 3 characters, that trilogy, it's like it hits every beat.
It does. I agree.
It does. It's beautifully acted, beautifully shot. It has the right level of fantasy versus historic piracy.
Yeah.
Ethan's talked about how his dog is named Obi-Wan for his love of Star Wars.
I was waiting
My
for
dog
this.
is named Calypso. the goddess of the sea in what is it? Atwell's End.
Yeah, Atwell's End, Calypso, yeah.
Yeah. And we don't call her Calypso, that's a bit of a mouthful. We call her Callie for short, but her actual name is Calypso.
Do you release her from her mortal bonds?
I wish I could, but she seems to be quite happy being a Labrador. Spoken like a lover. I absolutely love Rizzoli and I forgot the other pirate's name, but that dynamic duo.
The 2 funny guys.
Yeah.
The one who's always losing his eye is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love them too.
Oh, and my favourite character throughout the entire series, Jack. Not Jack Sparrow, the monkey.
Jack the monkey, yeah. And Barbossa, as in...
Yeah, I like him.
But the thing is, the cast is so good. Like, Bill Nighy as Davy Jones. The whole mythology built around the whole Davy Jones story. It's beautiful. And I'm sorry, but I've just got to mention the piece of cinema that is the ship blowing up behind Beckett as he takes each step. It's like going down that stairs, and the stairs have been destroyed behind him bit by bit. Even Norrington, by the end of the trilogy, you start the trilogy with James Norrington, and you're like, from the beginning, you don't want James Norrington and Elizabeth to marry. You wanted to marry the pirate. And then by the end, Norrington's such a sympathetic character. Like, literally, I don't think there's not a single beat in those movies that's a miss, really. But I am talking about the first.
Yeah, that's what me and Ethan have said. It's the first 3.
It's the first 3. The only thing that I do like going into past the trilogy, the original trilogy of Pirates of the Caribbean, is Edward Teach.
Yeah.
Beard.
Yeah.
It's a good, it's a good characterization, this idea of the because again, you're dealing all the way through, you're dealing with this idea of pirates and the ghost ship, which I think is such a staple, like, mythology theme.
Yeah.
Fantasy trope. It's such a fantasy trope as well. Like, it's great.
Yeah, I really enjoy them films. I think they're really, really good. And like we were saying about Johnny Depp, he's just so versatile an actor, and he brings the character of Jack to life, I think.
And can I just say,
Jack Sparrow. He's not Johnny Depp playing Jack Sparrow, he is Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. And can I just say,
well,
I've got a jar of dirt.
I've got a little fun fact actually, as in this is probably widely known, right? But
Mm.
do you know that Jack constantly looks drunk?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
if you pay close attention to the film, it's only when he's on land. When he's on a ship, he walks completely straight.
Yeah, we
And
got.
it's because he's spending so much time on a boat. And
Yeah.
this was actually true of real life sailors.
Yeah, I
It's
know
why,
it was.
it's
was
why
just-
sailors got the reputation of being
Drunken sailor.
the reputation of the drunken sailor, because
Yeah.
they'd get adapted to the sea and they'd have proper sea legs. So it meant that when they were on land, they couldn't walk in a straight line.
Yeah, they'd have
And
vertigo.
yeah, and I just think for a modern pirate film, like you didn't need to add that little bit into the characterization,
Mm.
but it got added in. I think it just adds more flavour to
Yeah,
the film.
definitely.
I think we can all agree that the original trilogy. It seems weird that we keep saying original trilogy because we've said it for Star Wars and now we're saying it for Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is better. I feel like that's why they teased us at the end of the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie with a return to Davy Jones.
Mm.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
the
but it's got to be Johnny Depp.
But the magic's gone, though, in my opinion. Even if they did manage to get Johnny Depp back, because of how much the Elizabeth story and Will's story is wrapped up, don't drag them back in to try and grab
Mm.
cash.
Yeah.
If you do that, I'm not going to be invested because you're just dragging characters back in for dragging them back in's sake.
Mm.
We have other franchises, and we'll probably get to that in another unpopular opinions. If this one if you guys like this one video or episode that do that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just pull it out and pull it out and pull it out, and you gotta think enough's enough.
Yeah. Nostalgia bait works when it's unexpected,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
Mum's favorite Marvel movie.
No Way Home.
We'll save that for a later date. But yeah, to go back to the original opinion, I think we've confirmed that Katie, we think it's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Sorry, Katie, I can't agree with you that the Black Pearl is where it ends.
No, me neither.
They leave too many hanging threads at the end of Black Pearl for it to end there.
That's fine.
If you guys like this episode, let us know in the comments and we will create a private Discord channel on our Discord server where you can drop your unpopular opinions and we'll discuss them on podcast.
Yeah.
With your username attached to it, so we can say username so and so has this unpopular opinion. What do you guys think of it?
Yep.
I think that's a good idea. And I'm going to be looking for unpopular opinions now. Watching things and thinking,
I mean, there's a
I'm gonna
bunch,
say,
isn't there?
if we do another episode, Mum, it's your time to shine.
I
There's
know,
a-
so I'm
there's-
going to come up with some.
There's a bunch of unpopular opinions that could be said.
Yeah, but it's got to be my own opinion, hasn't it?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that, like, out there in the universe,
Yeah.
we've all got opinions out there that someone will disagree with.
Yeah.
I'd say we've gone in quite light actually for this testing the waters episode.
I'm gonna say there's quite a few in the back of my head that I know would definitely upset some people.
Right.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's just try and actually really upset each other. Christmas is coming up. Let's make it really
Yeah,
awkward around that table.
Yes, I know there were a few that would definitely upset a couple of you.
Stay tuned.
Well, you've got me
Oh.
intrigued now. I actually want you to carry on.
Yeah, me too.
Come back next week or
Yeah,
whenever.
we'll have to.
Come back for the next unpopular opinions video.
Definitely will be now.
And with that, then I think we should leave it off here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So stay happy, stay healthy, and most of all, stay nerdy. See you in the next one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm excited to see what people come up with. Can you imagine what they'll say? Like, Wicked being overhyped or Patterson being the best Batman?
Well, I know the movie wasn't brilliant, as in there's been much better, but like, who's thinking Patterson's the best Batman?
True, but at least he didn't have bat nipples. I can't get over that.
He's still not the Batman.
Yeah, I know, that's Kevin Conroy.
No, it's Christian Bale.
Come on, Bale. Clooney was better than Bale.
You've got to be joking me. Absolutely not. Keaton has to be better than Clooney.
Really?
Yeah, really.
He's not even in the top 8.
I didn't even realise we were ranking Batman.
Well, we could.
It's going to take a while.
Like a whole episode.
Like a full series.
Maybe we should do it then. HWM presents Super Saturday, coming soon.